Everybody hear me okay out there? All good? Okay, awesome. Let's get this kicked off. Thank you so much. We are already halfway done with the first day of Cisco Live, but I still want to welcome you all to Cisco Live 2025. I'm joined today by Marcus Sarmento. My name is George Mokdesi. No audio? You got to, oh, it's a BYOD, bring your own device, yep. So those of you who brought devices, if you can hear me, I hope that's great. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we're here today to talk about simplified, automated, and proactive IT workflows with the AI assistant. And yeah, I'm joined today by Marcus Sarmento. I myself am on the product marketing team, working with our AI PM teams. And yeah, Marcus, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. Marcus Sarmento, I'm on the assurance product marketing team. And great to be here in San Diego, yep. And really excited to be here on stage with my my buddy George.
Yep, exactly. Well, we thank you all for your attendance, and so yeah, let's get it kicked off. That should work. There we go. A little housekeeping to start off. So I think you've probably seen the slides in several of our talks, but just make sure you use the Cisco WebEx app and the Cisco Live Events app to communicate with us. If you follow the instructions on here, you download the app, join the discussion, install the WebEx app, and you can ask questions of Marcus and I throughout the rest of the week, and we'll keep you updated on all the developments with AI Assistant, and we'll answer all of your questions through this app. Okay, little agenda for all of you. So we're going to start off with the current state of network operations as we see it. We talk to customers all the time. We're going to hear about what we think the current state of network ops is. We're going to introduce the Cisco AI Assistant as kind of a solution to what we see the challenges in network operations as being. We'll walk through a quick demo as we can see the AI Assistant in action on both the Thousand Eyes platform as well as on the Meraki platform. And then we will wrap it up with a vision for the future, how we see the agentic ops solutions expanding and innovating and helping improve the networking experience, network management experience for all of you. And yeah, let's get it started. So the current state of network operations, as I said, these are the key challenges that we hear all the time from customers. We hear that there are limited resources and expertise. People don't have the budgets or the time. The expertise is limited among just a few key IT stakeholders, and budgets are constrained. There's not enough staff, not enough resources to manage the ever-growing complexity of network management. Bringing us into the network complexities, there's a growing number of devices, clients, applications, infrastructures that need to be managed, owned and unowned networks that need to be managed. This all leads to a much more growing complexity of how you manage network environments. The data backs this up as well. I think we've heard that as many as 170,000 alerts sometimes are seen by IT administrators per hour. Obviously, that's a lot of alert fatigue to handle 170,000 alerts every hour. We need to find ways to simplify that process. And then finally, this is one we hear all the time, that it's really hard to extract insights, to extract findings, to go through all of the data that's available on all of our different platforms and all our dashboards, and use that data for actual real findings and results, and understand what that data means. So this presents some pretty obvious solutions that we need to address to handle these challenges. And what we need is AI that revolutionizes network operations, right? It's very simple. We need AI that can empower IT and network operators to manage networks easily and seamlessly. We need to streamline the operations in general. We need to cut through the complexity of network management and get to the results and understand what's actually going on in the network. And finally, we need to procure instant intelligence, understand the root cause of problems instantly. And the way we do this is pretty simple. We're going to have to use AI to revolutionize this experience for all of you, our customers. Before we go into the AI assistant, just quickly, I need to say that at Cisco, we believe that there is no single provider out there that will be able to do this and bring this requirement to fulfill the promise of AI quite like Cisco. It's obvious, but our unmatched breadth and depth of data is one of the key reasons why. We have the single largest networking data lake in the industry. Our 40 years of experience and our heritage in that area. Any expert in agentic or generative AI will tell you that it's the quality and the quantity of the data that you have that creates the best AI solution. We will deliver precise insights with this data. We have a CCIE and Cisco U trained AI engine that helps to provide this heritage and understand why Cisco is the best. at fulfilling the promise of AI. And we're the #1 networking platform. We have Meraki, Thousand Eyes. We have true end-to-end management control in a way that no other network management provider can deliver. So I'm going to hand it off now to Marcus, who's going to talk about the AI assistant as a solution for these problems we talked about.
Awesome. Thanks, George. Hey, everyone. I was reflecting before I came up here on my career over the last 2 decades working in tech. And first off, I recognize that I have a lot more gray hairs now, for sure. But I can count on one hand the number of product launches that I was really, truly excited about and really passionate about. And this is one of those launches. In terms of the way we're addressing pain points, in terms of the way we're delivering value, in terms of the way, like George just mentioned, we're coming to market with a really unique and differentiated approach. This is officially one of my favorite launches I've ever worked on, so I'm really excited to walk you all through this, and hope you're excited to learn more about it as well. So this week at Cisco Live, what we are announcing is that the Cisco AI Assistant is now integrated into Thousand Eyes and Meraki. And what that essentially means is now every user, every person on your team can operate like a networking expert with instant insights, with streamlined workflows, with automated actions. We're really up-leveling everyone's abilities here and tapping into the wisdom and legacy that Cisco has. Now, if you think about the use cases and the capabilities that we're bringing to market, it really kind of boils down to 4 key areas. First is instant insights. The second is rapid troubleshooting. The third is automated actions. And the fourth is platform setup and maintenance. Right, and the key point here is, we're just starting out. This is pretty early days for the Cisco AI Assistant being integrated into Thousand Eyes and Meraki, but we're going to continue doubling down here. We're going to continue investing in these areas and really bolster all these capabilities over time. And another key point here is it's not just for networking either, right? You'll see lots of different presentations across Cisco Live, but we're investing heavily in Cisco AI Assistant in the security portfolio, the collaboration portfolio, observability as well. So this is just the beginning, and really exciting times for sure. Now, let's switch gears from features and functionality to kind of the value that we're delivering, right? The outcomes that you all get as customers. And the first is instant analysis and knowledge. So now you as a customer can tap into the Cisco AI Assistant and address documentation related questions, right? So if you have a question about platform features or functionality or technical requirements or steps and how to set things up, you can ask the AI Assistant and it'll deliver the information to you right at your fingertips instantly. You can also ask it to, if you have questions about Thousand Eyes tests that you set up, how many tests do I have set up? How many agents are configured for this particular test? Which agents are configured for this particular test? The AI Assistant can deliver those answers for you. You can even ask it, which devices are connected to my network? Which clients are impacted by this particular issue? Again, the AI Assistant will deliver those answers. The possibilities are endless, really. Guided workflows and up-leveled skills, really this is all about providing information, providing context to help you and your teams troubleshoot applications, hardware issues, what have you. And because we're surfacing that information in a really easy to digest way, everyone around you becomes upskilled, up-leveled, and again, can operate like a networking expert. So you can do things like troubleshoot an application, right? The AI Assistant will surface all the alerts that have been firing, all the outages that we've detected across the internet, all the events that we've detected across your organization, and give that information to you so you can help accelerate the troubleshooting process. Not only do we help accelerate the troubleshooting process, we can actually help the troubleshooting process directly, right? So you can ask the AI Assistant, hey, help me troubleshoot this client issue, and it'll walk you through step by step how to do that, which is really powerful stuff. Next is expedited task management, and really this is all about the manual, repetitive tasks that you and your team have to deal with on a regular basis. So now the AI Assistant can help you with things like, take this old configuration from this old switch and apply it to a new switch that I'm deploying in my environment, right? That used to be a manual, repetitive task. The AI Assistant could take care of that for you now. And last but not least, platform setup and maintenance, right? So we can help you, the AI Assistant can help you realize rapid time to value, right? So you can maximize the investment that you made with Cisco. So you can even ask it to do things like, hey, go set up a secure guest Wi-Fi network for me, and it'll go take care of that for you, right? Again, a lot of value, a lot of automation. At the end of the day, boosting productivity and up-leveling everyone on the team so that they can operate like a networking expert. All right.
Yeah.
Now's the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's actually see this thing in action, right? So what we'll do here is we'll start in the Thousand Eyes platform. And this is a typical screen you'd see as you log in as a Thousand Eyes user. I'll call your attention to the top navigation bar, and that's where the Cisco AI Assistant can be invoked, and with a single click, you see the Cisco AI Assistant appear. Now, we've been having issues with Office 365 over the last week or so I'll go ahead and ask it about Office 365 in the last 7 days, and what it'll do is it'll go query the data set and return the results for all the alerts that have fired in my environment, all the outages that we've detected using our collective intelligence, and all the events that we've detected across your organization, and surface and summarize that for you. I'll call your attention to the bottom of the AI Assistant window. We have some pre-populated prompts that you can use to ask clarifying questions and go deeper, right? So I'm interested in the alerts. Let's go ahead and choose that prompt and get more information, some deeper dive information on those particular alerts. So the AI Assistant is querying the data set. It will begin displaying the deeper dive alert information here momentarily. And we'll see the number of alerts, we'll see duration, we'll see that one of these alerts is firing from the headquarter location. Again, a lot of powerful information, a lot of powerful context. We can use the deep link that the AI Assistant provides to toggle over and check out the alerts page from directly in the product. So we'll look at the alerts, we'll expand the time frame to 7 days, which is the interval that we're most interested in. And we see all the different alert rules that have fired. We can go in and check out an individual alert and go back in time to see what exactly was happening at that particular moment. And one of the coolest features, I think, is the ability for AI Assistant to explain the visualization that you're looking at in the product. So with one click, you can say explain selection, and what it'll do is it'll go through layer by layer, go through all the visualizations that it can detect, and start surfacing observations for you. We'll start with a fault domain assessment, which is an educated guess as to the root cause, and we'll provide a confidence level as well. And then we'll continue analyzing the rest of the visualization layer by layer. So networking layer, we'll move on to application layer as well, but a huge amount of very valuable information, right? Now, we see the fault domain assessment that this particular issue seems to be coming from, seems to be happening between the agent and the target that we're testing. So this indicates that it's an issue in the owned network inside the corporate perimeter. So at this point, we've identified that it's an owned network issue. We can toggle over to the Meraki platform to continue investigating. Yep. So at this point, I'll go ahead and kick it back over to George for him to walk through this piece.
Yep, thank you, Marcus. As Marcus mentioned, it's an owned issue that we identified, so we're back in the Meraki dashboard now, in the AI Assistant in the Meraki dashboard to figure out what this issue is in our network. So we're going to start out here in the AI Assistant. As you can see, this is a live recording in the actual dashboard of the AI Assistant in action. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit on loading, but you're going to need to ask it to show me a list of devices on this network. That's a good way for us to narrow down which devices on this network might be experiencing issues. So if we give it a second here to load, as you can see, this is a demo network environment, and we have one switch that is on the network, so we check out that switch. With this switch, we're going to want to figure out some things about the switch. We're going to want to see and go deeper into the port configurations on this switch. So we're going to ask it, show me the different varying port configurations. Now, obviously, this is information that those of you who are experienced with the Meraki dashboard probably know where to find in the dashboard. But what's great about this is how much quicker we can do it just in this interface. We can surface these insights immediately and simply and lay it out in a table format so we can get right to the root cause of the information that we want to see right away. If we give it one more second to load here, I think, It'll show us a table of all the port configurations laid out, and there it is. We can see all of the different port IDs, the different, whether or not PoE is enabled, the VLANs that they're on, and those of you, if you can't quite tell by looking at it, I can tell by looking at it because I know this demo, we do see an issue that's occurred on port 4, and port 4 should be having VLAN 80 instead of VLAN 81 like it's listed there, so we need to figure out how we can copy over the configuration on port 3 over to port 4. So one of the best ways we can do that is just ask the AI assistant, how do I go about doing that? What is the best practices for us to go about doing that? As you can probably tell from the AI assistant, its conversational ability has really increased for those of you who are experienced the private beta since its launch date. It now understands the context of the questions. You don't need to identify specific devices anymore. So here we go. We got the best practices as a result of our query, and you can see exactly how to copy over the port configuration from one to the other. Back to Thousand Eyes.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, George. So we've identified the issue, we fixed it. Now what do we do? One thing we could do is implement some best practices to see if we could prevent this kind of thing from happening in the future, right? And the AI assistant can help with that as well. So we can pop in a question to the AI assistant, essentially asks about deploying best practices for deploying enterprise agents. And what the AI assistant will do is query our documentation, query additional resources, and surface all those best practices for you, and it'll also provide you kind of like the resources it queried to get all that information so that you can go through and click through and do some additional reading if you'd like. So this is the power of the Cisco AI assistant. Again, finding an issue, fixing it, and then also being able to deploy and implement best practices as well. So that was just a quick overview, give you all a taste of the value that you can get from the Cisco AI assistant, but hopefully that was enlightening for you. Again, just to recap what we saw here, the Cisco AI assistant, unified and cross-platform, provides simple, instant insights, and delivers best practice guided troubleshooting. So with that, I'll go ahead and hand it back over to George for him to tell us a little bit about where we're headed.
Yeah. So obviously I'm limited a little bit by what I can talk about in these PSO sessions. These are not supposed to be roadmap sessions, and also the executives, I think, want to talk about a lot of the exciting things, and they don't really let me do that. But I'm going to give you a little teaser of what's to come. So first of all, one of the use cases that Marcus mentioned before was the setup and provisioning that we can do with automated workflows. I want to tell you that in the short term, there's going to be even more complex workflows that the AI system will be able to guide us through. Not only will it be able to say, okay, these are the steps to set up a Wi-Fi network, it will say, and do you want me to execute those steps right now for you, and walk you step by step as it does each of those things. This is a great use case in that it automates a previously manual process while still giving full manual control to network operators. So a really great use case there that's coming in the near term to look out for in the later releases of the AI assistant. Finally, this slide, I probably shouldn't even be including a lot of this information, but we're talking about agentic ops and agentic AI in the future, some of the things we're innovating and wanting to bring that are going to be powered by the AI assistant. So to start, we've got generative UI. We're going to be releasing, eventually, dashboards that will be able to do more complex troubleshooting use cases, and will be generative UI laying out the entirety of a troubleshooting use case for everyone to share within an organization and see. We're going to be wanting to talk about autonomous troubleshooting, so taking troubleshooting to the next step. We're talking about networks that will autonomously troubleshoot themselves, which is really cool. And then finally, proactive decision making. We want networks that can detect and alert and remediate all on their own and tell you what they're doing and the changes they've made to ensure the quality of the network environment and ensure the quality of the network for end clients and end users. So that's the vision for the future. Definitely, I suggest you learn more about this in the keynote tomorrow, and as well as plenty of center stage presentations throughout the week. Hand it back to Marcus to take us home.
All right. We are nearing the end of the presentation here, but George and I wanted to provide you all with some additional information before we wrap things up so that you all can continue learning about the Cisco AI Assistant and getting your hands on it, really. So the first thing we want to say is you should try it out for yourself. So if you aren't already a Thousand Eyes or Meraki customer, we have some QR codes here that'll take you to the sign-up page so that you can get a free trial. Definitely encourage you to try the platform out, but also kick the tires on the Cisco AI Assistant, which is, as you've seen here today, pretty cool. I will stay on the slide here for another moment to let y'all take some pictures, okay? All right, and in addition to the trials, we also have a number of other calls to action that we wanted to draw your attention to. So we have some session surveys that you should all definitely check out. Me and George will totally bribe you if you give us 5 stars. You earn 100 points per survey completed, which is a great incentive for you. Can level up and earn additional prizes, and then can also complete the surveys in the Cisco Live mobile app. And then in addition to the surveys, in addition to the trials, definitely encourage you to check out the Cisco Showcase, which is just right behind you. We have the AI assistant featured in a number of different locations, plus we're highlighting a number of other innovations that we're announcing this week, so definitely swing by and check it out. I'll be at the Digital Resilience stand pretty much the rest of the show after today, so swing by and say hi. Check out the keynote tomorrow, as George alluded to. We also have some keynote deep dive sessions over the course of the next few days. We have center stage sessions, more PSO sessions. We have lightning talks back there as well. So a lot of content for you. Definitely encourage you to attend as many sessions as you can. But because there's so many sessions, we're also realistic and know that you probably can't attend every single session that you want to go to. So we also will be posting this material online after the event, so that you can access this session and then any other session throughout the course of the week online afterwards. So with that, thank you so much for your time and attention, and hope you enjoy the rest of Cisco Live.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.